Okay, I am back from the Padres game. Pretty underwhelming stuff, but a few beers later, I guess. I am back to cover this Patrol Finals game. This was event number one between Paris, Empy, Val Kilmer on one team, Spy, Father Xmas, and Scratch on the other team. Cryptos and I are just there as observers. Again, the original team was Empy, Meerkat, and Gorilla, but for whatever reason, the finals team ended up being Paris, Empy, and Val Kilmer. So thanks for everybody's flexibility in dealing with, people not showing up or making unannounced appearances and that sort of thing. And of course, because Walter Wight had to leave on Team Spy, Father Xmas, who was originally on a team with Val, ended up subbing for Walter Wight, and is now on the Spy and Scratch team. Again, there were four original teams. Last video was Karma, Father Xmas, and Val against Spy, Scratch, and Walter Wight. This is now the finals against the teams I just mentioned. So let's just jump right ahead. This is a best of 7 match, and the powers that be have decided to play combat first. So let's see how this goes. Let me caps lock and shift F7 this. So if you recall what I said last video, we said, Father Xmas really likes to go off and do his own thing. He's getting ammo, but at the cost of separating himself from the crowd. He could have gotten an RPG right here and stayed with his other two teammates. It's kind of risky if Team Paris caught Team Spy unawares. But as it happens, they're all together now, no harm, no foul, and it looks like a nice battle is shaping up. Not much going on right now, just some preliminary firing. I do like this hill right here that the blue team seems to be vacating, so maybe they don't like it as much as I do. We see a sort of orange Father Xmas here. We will see if Paris decides to press the action. I'm not sure if Empy sees the fact that Father Xmas is pretty red, and it seems like Val is doing some kind of flanking, and he is going to kill Scratch. Nice RPG there from Val. I would really like to see Team Paris get really aggressive here. I mean, Spy, you don't want to be charging around this hill because you'll get RPG'd. But Paris has a very good idea in sort of going around the side. He could actually RPG Father Xmas right there, but instead Spy is going to blow up. And it looks like Father Xmas is going to get hunted down. A couple of people complaining about the host. This was Empy's host, which is a bit slower for people in the North American continent. You know, Spy, he's kind of prickly when it comes to things of this nature, and he refused to play on anywhere but a North American host. And so I think both Scratch and Spy refused to play on Empy's host, and I think these next games, maybe Cryptos will host, or perhaps even Paris, because Paris has a pretty good host as well. So yeah, that was game number 1, Paris and Empy with the steamroll. A beautiful Val Kilmer flank, and it was pretty much over. This is game number 2. Again, this will be a new host. Okay, so Cryptos must have hosted, and I hopped on his team, and he was the neutral host, which is why we don't show up here. So yeah, thanks Cryptos for hosting. These are finally some games on a North American host now. And of course the game, it always goes back to Recon. And see again, Father Xmas deciding to go to this ammo pile for his RPG. I mean, he could just as easily grab this RPG here, or even this RPG. There's no need to separate himself. If Paris's team had started here or here, this match would be over, because they could just storm the hill 3-on-2, and Father Xmas would be caught way out of position. So maybe remember that for next time. Scratch with a couple of nice shots there on Paris. Paris is on the warpath. Okay, now he's backing up a little. Yeah, you don't really want to be in this area because you'll get RPG'd really quickly from someone over here. But of course, Scratch doesn't actually have an RPG. Meanwhile, we see Spy and Val Kilmer. Val with a little, putting some time pressure. He's probably going to fight from this hill. I mean, you can pretty much engage the person on this hill and just kind of gunfight forever. Well, hopefully your two teammates can do something. I think that's sort of Val's plan. Meanwhile, we have Paris and Scratch with the one-on-one fight here. Empy's coming in to help. I'm not sure if he's going to press or if he sees Paris retreating, so he's going to fall back as well. Okay, they seem to be backing up. Now we see Val Kilmer and Father Xmas. Oh, okay. Now this is interesting here. We see Paris and Empy engaging Spy. Empy could actually. Oh, what a moonshot there from Scratch. Beautiful RPG. Now Paris is forced to retreat.
Flag captured.
Val Kilmer also retreating. He needs to get to this heal area. That is a game-shifting RPG. Oh, nice shot there from Spy as well. And now it's Val by himself now. Yeah, things fell apart pretty quickly. There was some jockeying, there was some 2-on-1 and then 1-on-2 and then, that sort of thing. But Team Spy really just holding this hill and not allowing Team Paris to really get anything going. Of course, Val went off and did his own thing, sort of in this area, and then this hill. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of a case where, Val Kilmer, really good at doing the sort of side thing, just as how Val Kilmer was sort of a side character in the Top Gun movies. But it's really, he should really attempt to be the star of the show here. I think he needs to carry this team, and so instead of being on the front lines, he needs to be on the front lines. He needs to be the one that Empy and Paris follow into battle, rather than, being a flanker and that sort of thing. He needs to definitely be the star of the show, but unfortunately Val Kilmer is used to being a side character, so I think that's kind of his game plan right now.
Game over.
All right, so with that game, it is now tied 1-1. Again, it's a best of 7 format, so we shall see what happens. This is back to combat. We will see if Team Paris will make any strategic adjustments here. We see Father Xmas with a flank, perhaps. Spy taking a tiny bit of damage, but this is actually really good positioning here from Father Xmas, getting on top of this hill. Team Paris can't really fight up this hill, so I think they need to retreat. But instead, Paris, he's actually getting aggressive here.
Captured.
Okay, I think Paris wisely deciding to back off. Yeah, I mean, this hill is really the enemy of anybody in this area. See, it seems like Val and Spy have sort of an ISO going on. Father Xmas, he has foregone the hill advantage, and so I actually think Paris and Empy, if they were to get a bit aggressive and charge Father Xmas, maybe 10-15 seconds ago, they might have been able to get him. Yeah, this is where you need to rush him. Empy, he's shooting the wrong guy. He needs to help out Paris. Paris is forced to retreat. Empy needs to be backing up Paris. Instead, he's kind of wasting his ammo shooting Spy. This is a great 2-on-1 opportunity. I don't think Empy sees it. Paris for sure sees it. But Empy is way out of position. And he might be potentially costing his team the game. Paris is forced to retreat. It looks like some heals are going to go down. Keep in mind there's about a minute left, 30 seconds or so, until Paris's team wins with time.
Flag captured.
Oh, Paris is going to go down from a grenade from Scratch there. Ooh, Empy just misses with that RPG. Now it looks like he's going to get grenaded. Yes, he does go down. Excellent RPG there.
Team
And
eliminated.
Val is going to go down. Yeah, I mean, it's a shame. I think Paris's team, they just needed another 20, maybe 25 seconds on the flag to secure a time victory. But also, like I mentioned earlier, when Paris was here, Empy was here, Father Xmas was here, it was a perfect time for Empy to reposition himself and go up this channel. Paris would go around and pinch Father Xmas, but I guess Empy didn't see it, and I think Paris's team actually could have won this game, or at least gotten themselves to a 3-2 advantage by Empy being a little more acute. Also it's very possible that Paris, Val, and Empy were not on voice chat, so the communication might have been lacking. But I think had Empy seen the opportunity to double team Father Xmas and pulled it off, this could have been a very different story.
Game over.
But as it stands, Team Spy jumps out to a 2-1 lead. Now this is game number 4, again on combat. And it looks like they aren't next to each other, but they're close. There's only one start between the two. Okay, so Team Paris wisely deciding to sort of reposition themselves relative to this huge hill. They don't want to be fighting Team Spy upwards. So they're trying to wrap around, maybe get into this area, and take their chances there, which I think is a good idea.
Flag captured.
We see Val Kilmer detaching himself from the squad. Perhaps he's going to use these RPGs. Yeah, unlike Father Xmas, Val Kilmer actually knows how to get damage, even if he doesn't get a direct hit. He can at least get close to the opponents. Yeah, I'm still thinking about that first match with Father Xmas. I mean, he had 7 shots to try and kill the enemy, and wasn't really having any of it. Meanwhile, Paris getting zooked by Spy there, and now it is 3-on-1 versus Empy. Going for the heal nade, that's not going to work out. Empy needs to go for the suicide. Okay, he gets one of them. He gets Scratch. So Val Kilmer, he at least has somewhat of a chance if he can get one of these guys. Oh, he gets grenaded instead. And that's that. So now it is 3-1 Spy. Yeah, I mean, there's not much to say there. I think, you know, the positioning here relative to, I mean, this is a pretty nice hill. You don't really want to be fighting against that. So, but at the same time, it was just a nice zook there from Spy, and that's really what shifted the tide in their favor. I don't think Paris's team really did anything wrong that game, as opposed to a couple games ago where Empy didn't see that 2-on-1 opportunity. But anyway, it's 3-1 Team Spy. This is the match point. Let's see what happens. Paris says it's time for game time. Let's see if he brings it. Paris says he now knows which hill is the big hill. Of course, this is generally regarded as the big hill in combat. Paris suffering some damage so far. Empy going off to the side. Val going way off to the side, just sitting there lobbing.
Flag captured.
Father Xmas moving into it to engage. Father Xmas should have thrown a grenade to pop that. And that RPG popping that grenade might have actually saved Val. Okay, so now we have sort of 3 1-on-1 matches going on. I don't know if I can get all of it in here. This is definitely not sort of a team-based game. This is just pure body count, 3 1-on-1 matches going on. Oh, that's a good nade. Oh, that nade probably should have killed Father Xmas. I don't know how that didn't. But yeah, Father Xmas is going to go down. Great job from Paris to identify the 2-on-1 matchup. I mean, that's the sort of stuff that, you know, you don't need to be a World War II player to see, to be able to see the field well. However, Val Kilmer is not returning the favor. He could have double teamed Scratch with Paris, but he opted to go for a heal, which he never even picked up. But now he does help out Paris in the end, and it is just a matter of time here, I think, before this game is over. Yep, okay, so there's still some life in Team Paris, and they bring it to 3-2. it's kind of interesting how wide the area of engagement was. There were two people fighting here. There were two people fighting here, and then Father Xmas and Val fighting here. No real team cohesion whatsoever. However, Paris was able to see the double team opportunity. You know, Father Xmas was a bit out of position there. He got pinched, and then, you know, Scratch was out of position, but I don't think Val saw the double team opportunity. Of course, Paris saw the opportunity, and went right up to Scratch, started chasing him with the bayonet, but Val, perhaps too selfishly, backing up to heal, which he never really picked up anyway. But nonetheless, Paris's team able to pull it out. Empy, I'm not really sure what he did. Perhaps he was just distracting Spy, which, you know, to be fair, might be the optimal strategy while Paris and Val Kilmer kind of do their thing. Yeah, nonetheless, Paris's team pulling it out. Okay, now this is game 6. Back to Recon. Again, you know, I'm just not a fan of going to this other ammo pile. I would rather take my RPG from this hill and stay with my team. You know, we see both Val and or actually Scratch doing it this time. You know, I mean, about a third of the time, you know, I think you guys, the teams are going to start next to each other and they're going to fight for the same hill. If you're off going to a different ammo pile, I mean, you're really going to make it difficult to help out your teammates. So, I mean, I really support getting your ammo from either the North Hill or the South Hill, as opposed to going to the next ammo pile. Keep in mind, this is a last man on the hill game, so time is not an issue. We see Paris getting a bit aggressive here, taking this hill. I think Val is a bit too far away to help out Paris, so Paris wisely backs up. I mean, you know, Paris is really great at seeing the field. He knows when he's about to get double teamed and all of that stuff. That's what makes him one of the greats. Let's see if he is able to convert it into a victory here.
5 minutes remaining.
And we see Father Xmas again, just missing RPGs. Shooting his own guy. He is definitely not. He wouldn't be my top choice for that role as RPG lobber. Yeah, I actually like Paris's team's chances right now. Val Kilmer putting the moves on Father Xmas. Spy going to help, but let's see if Val can get him. Oh, nice dodging there from Father Xmas. That was Val Kilmer's one chance right there, and he blew it. Yeah, so now I think Team Paris really needs to get aggressive and push these guys off the hill. Try and find a mismatch and exploit it. before Father Xmas is able to return and press the advantage. They need to pick up this RPG right here and launch it. I see Scratch picking up a fire nade. Oh, nice RPG there from Empy. Scratch caught with the fire nade, perhaps getting a bit sassy there. Oh, Father Xmas getting shot up. Paris absolutely has to pick up this RPG. I'm not sure if he sees it. Oh, and he's going to go down. Nice shot there from Spy. If Empy could actually hold these guys for 2 minutes, he can win. But with the 2-on-1 advantage and Xmas clearly going to get some more ammo, I would have to rush Spy in this situation. MP absolutely has to get aggressive. And since Spy is the greater threat, I would have kept my RPG and went after Spy instead. But MP does have a hill advantage. Let's see if he's able to get him. No, it looks like Spy is going to go back to these trees. And Empy's actually in RPG range. Spy can just get him right here. This is over. This is it.
Team eliminated.
Yep, Empy walking into the danger zone. And, you know, since there wasn't any heal there, I don't know exactly why he was there in the first place, but, you know, to be honest, a lot of Empy's behavior is unexplainable anyway, so. But, yeah, with that emphatic Zook, Spy with 3 kills and 16 damage has led his team to the event #1 championship. Again, the prize was a $200 from an anonymous benefactor, or actually 2 anonymous benefactors, and Team Spy with Father Xmas, Scratch, and remember earlier Walter Wight. Those 4 people are going to take home that $200. So congratulations to them. In the next video, I'm going to cover event #2, which was a one-on-one tournament. Very interesting, very fun, and hopefully I'll cast those games some other time. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time.